So Muhammad was visited by Dihyah Kalbi, who was supposedly this guy.
And the story of Dihyah al-Kalbi, Jibreel was taking the form of him. Sometimes you don't know. If you see, during the time of Muhammad, there is a hadith about Aisha saw him coming out of this house, and she told him, "I saw Dihyah al-Kalbi in your house." He told her, "How come did you see him? He's Jibreel. It's not the real Dihyah al-Kalbi."
Oh, so Dihyah Kalbi is a guy.
It's a guy existed.
There's a guy that exists, and he's the good-looking guy that comes and visits Muhammad. But then when his wife confronts him and says, "Why is this guy coming to visit?" He says, "No, the guy you saw."
It's not the real Dihyah al-Kalbi, it's Jibreel.
So that means that Allah didn't deceive the Christians only by changing Jesus' face. He's in the habit of changing everybody's face. So did Allah change his face to look like this guy?
Yes, because he was good looking. That's
I know. So
he's the only one. He was good looking. They say he was from Syria. Actually, he was Christian. Probably they don't know. And there is a story about him in one.
So was Syria Christian at the time of Muhammad?
Sorry?
Was Syria a Christian country at the time of Muhammad?
Probably there were people coming from Syria to do business in Medina, probably.
Okay. But they were more Christians,
because there was
right?
business between, Quraysh and Syria. And so some of them probably traveling south and they try to sell their things in different places.
Got you. I see. Wow, that's incredible. So we got like different translations.
And, there's a story about him, Dihyah al-Kalbi.
Yeah.
When Muhammad attacked the Jewish tribe of Khaybar.
Yeah.
And this guy, Dihyah al-Kalbi, went to Muhammad. They asked him, "Can you? I want to take some slaves, some women." And Muhammad told him, "Yeah, go and choose any woman." And happens that he chose the best-looking woman, Safiya. And Muhammad found out about her. And he told him, "No, I will give you 7 slaves and give me Safiya. I will take Safiya for me." And he accepted. So.
Well, of course, he's the Lord. He's their king, you know.
Yes.
So he cannot defy him. So every time Muhammad liked a woman, it wasn't because Allah told him
if she's beautiful.
Okay, there was any of the women that he had.
And young, of course.
Right. So except for the first wife, which was an older woman. Khadija. Who was the older woman that he married after Khadija?
Her name is Sauda.
Because she became old, right?
She was old at that time when he married her. Because Muhammad, when Khadija died, he had three daughters. So he needed a woman to take care of them.
She was like a nanny.
She was like a nanny. She was a wife and nanny at the same time.
But she had a purpose.
And he wanted to divorce her after that. After he migrated to Medina.
Because he didn't need her nanny services anymore.
Yeah.
But she said, "Leave me to be so that I don't lose the status," right?
That's it. That's exactly right.
Wow. That's incredible. Yeah.
And we know that Muhammad, he got like, he's got what we call temporal lobe epilepsy. What happened? Muhammad sometimes, that's Muslims say it, he received the wahy in a different way, and he becomes sweating, he become red, he become heavy, what's called, and he had the fever. And this all seizure, if someone is got seizure, that's exactly the symptom of seizure. So Muhammad kept saying things from his subconscious, and they just write it down. And that's why there is a lot of contradiction in Quran. It's like a cocktail. Quran is like a cocktail. You can find anything you want.
I mean, it really seems like somebody who couldn't think straight, because Allah couldn't get a story straight. Like he would be talking about one thing and all of a sudden he talks about something different.
That's why the Quran is completely
because
confusing.
The Bible says your Lord is not the Lord of confusion, but if you read the Quran, you'll get totally confused. Like, I thought you were talking about this, now all of a sudden and those stories don't make sense either. They would have like the fairy tale as their stories that were told by the Jews to their children, and they would put that in their book. How can they have a book which has stories that are fairy tales, that they're made up stories? Like the story about the Jesus making a bird, it's a made up story.
We know that so many verses disappeared, so many chapters of Quran disappeared. And
Yeah. So for
what
them,
got here?
no. The thing is that they claim that Allah wrote the Quran, and I'm like, when did He do that?
We say there's another copy of Quran with Allah, what we call al-Lawh al-Mahfuz. Is like a tablet with Allah. It's like the tablet of Moses.
Yeah. Because
With
they say
Allah.
the first thing Allah created was a pen, and He wrote the Quran with it.
They wrote everything. Yeah, that's the first thing He created.
So that means there's a copy of a Quran that Allah has.
Yes, that's
On which
exactly.
dialect is that written in? So that means
That's
Allah.
that's in the Quran existed. في لوح محفوظ. That means that's in the Quran existed. That's the Quran we've got here now exists. There's another copy in like tablets with Allah. لوح محفوظ with him. I mean somewhere in one.
Right,
of his
so
eyes.
that means that Allah has written the Quran in heaven.
Exactly. Yeah.
Okay, but my question is that Quran written in Arabic? So Allah was speaking Arabic at the beginning of time.
Apparently that's the language of Allah.
And which dialect was it Arabic? Because there's 7 Qiraat. Which Qiraat did He write that? Or are there 7 tablets up there in 7 Qiraats?
I think Allah knows all the.
No, I'm just curious because
all
if
the
they
dialect
say
of Quraysh.
that there is a Quran in Jannah, all right. Are you ready?
No, don't run it. Don't run away. Let me get it. Let you go, Rod. Let me teach you.
Okay, Calvin, you
Hold on.
No, he's a Christian.
No,
he's a
he
Christian.
made a lot of claims to me.
Okay, hold on. I asked him to come to speak to me.
True, but he did make a lot of claims. He made a lot of
He will come back to you. Okay? He will come back to you.
claims. The simple answer is Jesus was on the law, we're not on the law. That's what happened.
Okay, I will speak to you. Okay.